Okay, November 18th, just around 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, open of the New York market has occurred. What we're looking at here is the Euro Great British Pound. As you can see, Euro Great British Pound, I'm on the 4-hour compression. And the reason why this is my chart of the day is because I'm seeing here on the Euro Great British Pound, I've been monitoring this for quite a long time, is the break finally here of this very dominant line of supply in the market. Now, just going ahead here and taking a look at this line of supply on the 4-hour. When I see these 4-hour line of supplies, I cannot ignore them because the breaks of them result in large movements in the opposite direction. So there's our first point. Here's our second point, and here was the third point about to be forming. As you can see, that third point coming from the same area of the second point, and that's the middle Bollinger Band. But what you can see here is happening is that this market is now penetrating it. And looking early on, what I was noticing was price action here in the 1-hour chart is showing that the market is indeed setting up for a bull movement. So on the 4-hour chart, that's all I'm taking off of this for the time being, is that we have a market attempting to break above that line of supply. And remember, when the market breaks above that line of supply, demand has overcome the market, and when we have demand overcome the market, we see a tremendous movement north in the currency because the bulls have then taken over the control of the flow of the market. So let's go ahead here and work our way down. What we're focusing here on is the movement north, and where I like to go next is from my 4 hours to my 1-hour chart. Now, what I was looking at here in my 1-hour chart, and this is where I really begin my analysis, is when I was getting a break here of the 4-hour line of supply. Okay, you can see right here, I was waiting for this market to make a retracement, and then from that retracement I was looking for the movement to continue trading north. As you can see, that is what happened. Now, I took a little scout trade here just around a half lot, as you can see here, and what I'm anticipating is the movement to create that retracement, and that's what has happened, and for the market to continue trading north. Now, what I'm looking for here to get fully invested in this market and in this pair is for the follow through of this market. Now, what I believe was happening here was that we were seeing the initial movement forming. Okay, because from this point here in the market, as you can see, when we would follow through here, we'd not have any real true direction until this point right here in the market. Now, with that said, when I take my retracements here in this setup from the very beginning, starting at this point here, okay, we can see that there was indeed a retracement here at this point. But what happened is that we failed to see respect of fib expansions of that movement. Okay, and what I mean by that, let me just change that color quickly. Alright, there we go. Alright, so there would theoretically be my first movement in this market. So if that was my first market in the movement, and that is that all that the market wants to move, then I would see the market stop at the maximum 161.8 fib expansion. And at the point here that this market was lining up that 127.2 fib expansion with the line of supply, I said that, you know, if this market is going to turn around, that's going to be the great place for it to turn around, because what would have done is paid out a substantial fib expansion of the market, being the 127.2, okay, overlapping that supply. So we should have seen this market turn if the bears were going to continue to dominate this market. Now, what we can see here is that they have not. So that's why I'm saying here that I believe that the overall picture is going to come here, and this is going to be a rather large movement. So let's go ahead here and see what I'm talking about. And what I'm anticipating here is that this is going to be my initial movement in the market right there that we're looking at. Okay, now we didn't necessarily make it down perfectly to that 382 retracement. We can see that we blew through that 23.6. okay, now we only missed that 382 by 1 or 2 pips, so it's a great area right there. And once I saw in my smaller compression, okay, working down to a 15-minute here so we can have a better view. Now, once I saw this market here giving me that large candle and continuation to the second large candle at price action, and that's where I entered my scout trade, because I wanted to get in on this in the beginning and invest some money to see where this market was going to take me. So now what I'm looking for here is for the follow through of this trade to indeed come into play. And you know, really what I'm looking for is for this market to continue moving through the Fibonacci expansions that I've just placed on my screen. And you know, what we take these expansions for is our targets. And just going off here and taking a look once we get this to go away. Alright, now let's just take our cursor here and measure out some of these points. Okay, what we can see here is that we have around 89 pips to that 61.8. Okay, but most importantly, what we can see here is that this 127.2 is lying at the 144 zone. Okay, the 144 Fibonacci zone. So when we place our fib zones in here, we will see that the 144 is actually right here. Okay, just 8 pips off of the 127.2. So what I believe is going to be the ultimate price barrier here of the movement is going to be up to this point. So this is where I am now invested in this market. Once I do get a break up above this top right here, I'm going to take my full position here on this trade. Okay, and we're getting that here at a perfect time, because what we had here happen is the sequence that we talk about every day in our live trading room for our members is the New York fake out that comes in, and this is a perfect New York fake out right here, and all it was a retracement in the market, and then we got the market to continue trading north. Okay, so that's what we're going to do at this time. You can see here that we have a break of this, of the top of the market. We see very nice price action, our 15-minute. So at this time, what I can safely do is enter this market. Okay, and I'm going to throw a full lot on at this time. And while I'm doing that, what I'm also going to do is show how we can, from that point, alright, just make sure that we're in there. Alrighty. Okay, so what we're going to do now at this point is establish where we are taking this market to. And basically what I told you before is that where I'm taking this market to at this point is to that area of the 0.8968 price level, which is my 127.2 fib expansion, overlapping my 144 fib zone. Okay, so fairly simple here. What I can do is also set my limits on this, so I'm going to do that. And basically that's going to wrap up today's trade of the day. Okay, so while I set my limits here, I just want to go ahead and thank you for joining us. There will be more of this to come, and we will continue here to talk about these types of setups. So I will set my limits, but before I do that, let me wrap this up so I can get this up and posted. With that said, come back. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, then run your eyes through the methods that are on the site. You'll find much valuable information in there. So thanks for joining us. We will see you tomorrow for the trade of the day.